Shabbat Shalom, the day of rest. God rested from creating the world. And it's a time to seek God together, his holy day, right? Do you pray? Are you a praying person? Do you know how to pray? I want to ask you to pray for wisdom for the decision makers of Israel in this hard time, wisdom that they'll make decisions that help save lives and that they'll get the knowledge, the supernatural knowledge from God. I mean, look at Proverbs chapter 2, verse 3. It says, he'll give knowledge, he'll give wisdom to the leaders. Pray for them in this time. Pray just like Zechariah 9, verse 13. There's a stirring up of the sons of Greece against the sons of Zion. So just pray that in this time of Israel's government, we're the sons of Zion. We're not going to capitulate to the wrong kind of pressure. Pray for our leaders that we're going to put our trust in God, not even in anything, not even in chariots. Our tank is called Merkava, which means chariot. And that we just don't put our trust in chariots and horses, but that we remember the name of the Lord our God. He's our protector, especially this Shabbat. Pray the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will stand strong against all the pressures that come down on him. Man, I don't know how he does it sometimes. I mean, it's got to be tough to be a prime minister. It's got to be tough to run a whole country, and just that there will be stopping of funding to things that are not good. Sometimes money goes to things that are not good. And really there's a whole Joel 3. Pray into Joel 3 that the nations won't come against Israel and be judged. God's going to gather nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they're going to get judged for coming against Israel. So also pray against false narratives. That's called lies, demonic propaganda, like a two-state solution. We just saw what happened with Gaza was a Palestinian state since we helped evacuate it in 2005. So, and then what happened? Terror, lots of terror. So we just pray that we'll remember that deliverance, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 17, deliverance on Mount Zion. That is where we need to have to look to God's deliverance, which includes Jerusalem as the center. Anything that attacks Jerusalem is bad. So pray that every lying tongue will be shut down, and that all the lies of the enemy that seek to do violence and carnage against Israel and the Jewish people. Look at Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17. Right now, pray for anti-Israel raging to cease, the storms to cease. In Psalms 2, why do they rage? Why do the nations rage and the people imagine a vain thing? They set themselves against the Lord's anointed, against Israel. So we just pray that they'll choose to bless Israel lest the sun be angry. Psalms chapter 2, check that one as well. Pray for all the allies of righteousness, all the allies, Israel's allies, to unite in one heart to release these hostages, even if they're already dead, to release their bodies, and to stop talking about a ceasefire until first we have our hostages, our sons and daughters, returned safely. Pray for our leaders, just like Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 30. The Lord goes before you. He will fight for you, just like he did in the time of Egypt, just like he did, that he'll keep fighting for us and defending us. And pray really for all of the soldiers right now that are tired. We just pray for strength for them, right? I want you to join and pray for strength for the soldiers, for alertness right now, that they don't make a mistake because of being tired and just battle weary. As we are facing war on 4 fronts: Gaza, Lebanon, that's Hezbollah terror group. We have the Houthis in Yemen, down in Yemen, hitting Eilat in the Red Sea. And of course we have Judea and Samaria, the Islamic Jihad, the Fatah. So just pray for precision, pray for victory. Again, pray for the release of the 130 or so known, just get their names out. Have them in the forefront of your mind. Pray for the return of all the hostages. Isaiah 49, verse 25, back from captivity. Yes. Pray also for unity and resolve amongst our leadership, that no divisions will happen amongst our leadership. Pray for all the special ops, for the elite units. Pray for Yalom by name. Why not? Hey, we'll take it. Pray for Jeremiah 49, verse 35, over Iran. Elam is Iran, right? Pray that God will break the bow, set up his throne, and he won't allow for this spirit, this octopus, to keep on using its proxies against Israel, against the Lord's anointed. Pray for the faith people to rise up. Pray for the faith people to stop being, to not be wimpy, but to rise up in prayer and just for the man in white to appear, right? All over the Islamic world, for a shift. You know who the man in white is. Pray for a shift to happen. Pray over Damascus. Look what's going on with both Iraq, both Syria. That is some dangerous stuff where they're coming against Israel, and we're having to shut down some of those shipments that Iran is pushing through Syria. Well, Isaiah 17 talks about a destruction of Damascus. And so we've had to bomb the airport there. We've had to bomb Aleppo. So, hey, pray that we'll have more time, okay? And that the Lord will turn and rescue his people in time of trouble. Ezekiel 36, verse 24 through 29. Okay, pray that nations will arise and bless Israel in this time. Okay, pray against the assignment of the enemy for the sons and daughters of Abraham that are through Ishmael. Right? They've got to bless Israel. Look at Isaiah 60. They've got to come from Dedan, from Meshach. They've got to. The sons of Kedar, the flocks of Kedar, will come and bring their blessing to our beautiful temple. So just pray also a 2 Chronicles 20 verse 17 over the Jewish people. You don't need to fight alone. Position yourself. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Okay? Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. My wife has these beautiful necklaces. Psalms 122 verse 6, it says on them. And so we're just asking for you to stand with us and, hey, pause the video and go back to the words that I say and go look up the references and see the place where God placed his holy name. 2 Chronicles 33 verse 7. That is what it's all about. The throne of David, the throne of the Messiah. Pray for the peace and Shabbat Shalom. I'm Chaim Mailspin, Sergeant Major in Yalom.